How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today I want to talk about Kaspa. It's a crypto that I haven't talked about in a little while, but it's a crypto that I hold a position in, one of my few altcoins, and there's some big news that literally no one knows except for maybe a handful of people that I want to break to you. It's something that could be pretty big for you if you play this right. There's also a lot of good news. I think Kaspa is actually set up to do extremely well over the next year, maybe year and a half, based on some of the news that's come out recently. And there could be an avalanche of money coming into Kaspa here soon, which is what I want to talk about towards the end of the video as well. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on that bell notification so you can see future videos just like this one. And if you're new to the channel, definitely do that. I mean, we produce multiple videos a day, usually about Bitcoin and crypto, but sometimes on specific coins like this. This is one of the big things that I think is a benefit of being part of this channel. I have news, I have insights that a lot of people aren't willing to say. Margex is a partner of the channel. I use them to trade. I just closed out a position yesterday for 25% of the profit. There's no VPN and no KYC. Now, don't check out when I say this because they are soon listing Kaspa. I went in here and you can take a look at all the cryptos you can trade. I requested Kaspa. I then eventually was able to get to someone on the inside to talk about a partnership with them, and I requested Kaspa again. They just wrote me saying that they're going to list it in the next week. Now, there's no VPN and no KYC on Margex. So you can sign up with the link underneath the video, and within a week, most likely, you'll be able to trade Kaspa. Now, the great thing about this is, first of all, you can get access to Kaspa. The other cool thing is you can trade Kaspa. Let's say you have Kaspa here, right? You deposit Kaspa in. You can trade something like Bitcoin, which I think is a lot easier to see kind of where it's going. Try to trade short term with maybe a little higher leverage than an altcoin, because an altcoin, someone with $10 million can force down the price or force up the price and liquidate you. It's much harder on Bitcoin. And then you can get paid out your gains in Kaspa. Like I've done that with XRP before. I bought Bitcoin, I leveraged long on Bitcoin, and then I get paid out in XRP. And you don't have to do that. You could also go long on Kaspa with Kaspa, or you could go long on Kaspa with USDT, for example. You can put in USDT or Bitcoin or Ethereum and go leverage long on Kaspa, for example. It's awesome. This is something that I haven't seen on any other exchanges. And all the details are super easy to see down here, including like fees, funding fees, that kind of stuff. But that's the great thing. The other great thing is this means that they are willing to take requests and actually move on them. I know a lot of exchanges, you push and you push and you push as a community, and you can't ever get them to list your cryptocurrency, or it takes months. This is literally a couple weeks after I brought it up, and yet they're still listing it. This is going to be the 41st or 40th cryptocurrency that they trade. How crazy is that? That's awesome. And if you ever have any problems, you can just go over here to referral. I'm not going to show you that because it's got some of my information in it. But then there's a box. Same thing with a wallet. There's a box, a chat box, and you can actually talk to someone on the inside there at Margex. Like within seconds, they'll respond back to you. And it's not like some other exchanges where you go through and they have all these automated responses. No, they talk to you in real time. So that's the first thing I want to talk about. I realize that seems like a big pitch. They're an affiliate. They are. So when you trade, I get affiliate commission for that. So full disclosure, but I actually do really like the platform. Now, some people are talking about withdrawing Kaspa from MEXC because people are saying that MEXC is literally trading against you. I don't want to get into that. I don't know enough about it. I just saw that. But if you are looking for a place for your Kaspa, well, you can set up the account now and you can start funding your account, and then you can deposit the Kaspa. It sounds like in the next week, you'll be able to start trading Kaspa. Now, Kaspa's still blowing up. They say recently we hit 100,000 followers. This is November 15th, so like 3 weeks ago. And now they're at 160,000 followers. I mean, how nuts is that? 60,000 new people are following them in the last 3 weeks. And it makes sense. When you have price action like Kaspa has, the amount of people that are paying attention are bound to increase. Like it went up and almost doubled since just 3 weeks ago. So people are going to come in and buy Kaspa and want to be part of the community. Now, I've been talking about how I thought Bitcoin dominance is going to go up for a while. I have started to allocate towards some smaller cryptos, which I've talked about on the channel, which those are, I had a video recently talking about some of my favorite altcoins. Bitcoin dominance continues to move up though. I've said several times that most of my portfolio is Bitcoin at this point, but I am looking to dollar cost average into some alts. Now, that's the cool thing about Kaspa. A lot of people are going to feel the same way. Like Bitcoin dominance, a lot of people think is towards the top. Now, I have some mixed feelings on that based on a lot of the money that's going to flow in is going to flow into ETFs, in my opinion, once the spot Bitcoin ETF gets approved. And then they're not going to necessarily move out to altcoins. But you know that some people that do have Bitcoin are going to flow into altcoins. So we are bound to get an altcoin rally at some point. And we have been consolidating on Kaspa like the last 2-3 weeks has just been kind of sideways. So I think this is bullish when you see just a little bit of consolidation before the next move. It's around a $3 billion market cap right now, which is large. It puts it in the top 25, maybe the top 30 market caps. But when you compare it to the top 10, it's still 3x, 4x off of the top 10. And this is like, these are the market caps of these cryptos when they're not even pumped up. Like in the bull market, I think Kaspa could get to, $20-30 billion, which is still a nice 10x from here. It's crazy to think about, especially considering how well it's done. It's up thousands of percent this year. The other thing is a lot of people are in the community have made a lot of money. Like this is a crypto that really came from nothing with retail investment. It's not like some institutional money managers pumped a lot of money into this. Now, of course, they have early investors and they had people that put in millions of dollars, I'm sure, but it wasn't highly institutionalized like some other cryptocurrencies, and it spiked. So there are a lot of people that have millions of dollars worth of Kaspa. Now, something that I recently did was take a little bit of Kaspa and actually take some profits on it and put it into a long position on Kaspa. So I actually leveraged up. I didn't think that my position was quite big enough for Kaspa for what I wanted. So I took some of the Kaspa, sold it, and then went like, I think it was a 3 or 5x long on Kaspa. So that's something that you could also do if you're interested in that. Now, of course, leverage isn't right for everyone. Make sure you understand leverage before going into leverage. Alex Becker says, IDO season is here. Coins that give nuclear returns are now just preparing to enter the market. I talked about this in my video earlier today, but Inspect did a 10 to 20x today. I actually saw it started at 0.012 and came to the market today. It was at 0.2 last time I looked. So like a 17x. Absolutely nuts. So people are starting to invest in things again and really pile in. They talk about CDFI and SitGap, I think that's how you say it, paid network. So there are cryptos that are getting frothy again. People are excited to invest. Kaspa going sideways, in my opinion, is bullish. Of course, it could always fall down, right? I think that's always a possibility whenever you invest in a crypto. And there are people that are up a significant amount. But I think this was pretty much perfect timing. Like, who wants to sell one of their favorite altcoins when Bitcoin dominance is so high and we're just starting to get bullish again? I mean, I get it that Bitcoin's price is up a lot on the year. But the fact is, typically, the next 2 years is the most bullish for Bitcoin. And we're just starting to move up. So there will be dips. There will be people that take profits, right? But if you are interested in cryptocurrency, if you think it's going to do well, this is not a good time to be selling crypto, which is, again, why I think, maybe there's some people taking some profits in Kaspa, but a lot of people just realize, hey, it's probably a good crypto to hold on to for the next bull run, especially if there's an alt season. It's bound to go up, especially with so many people looking at it with so much attention. People are going to keep on piling money in here. And people like to see a winner. Kaspa is literally probably the best performing crypto over the last year. Like I don't know one that's done better. And if you account for how big it is now, I especially don't know one that's done better. Maybe there's one that started at 1,000 market cap instead of 1 million and it has better returns, but it's still much smaller than Kaspa. Kaspa, as far as I know, is the only crypto that's in the top 30 that hasn't really been around since the last cycle. This is the newcomer that everyone's watching. Let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video though. As I said, leverage trading isn't right for everyone. You have to actually understand how leverage trading works. It can be risky, but also it can be a way to leverage your returns and actually outperform the market. Like I've done extremely well over the last couple weeks, and that's been because I've been leverage trading. Now it's still a small portion of my portfolio. If I get liquidated and lose it, I'd probably be annoyed or upset a little bit, but it doesn't change anything really long term for me. It changes nothing. But it is a good way to make things a little bit more interesting, to get better returns in the short term, and to work on your TA. Let me know your thoughts underneath the video. Let me know if you want me to do more Kaspa videos. I realized that there was some news on Kaspa in this video, but I could probably even go over the fundamentals a little bit more. I do have a video going over some of those Kaspa fundamentals and talk about how much Kaspa you need to retire. I believe I did one of those videos. If I did, it's on the end screen. Thank you so much. Check out the link to Margex underneath the video as well. You can sign up and start trading Kaspa in the next week. Again, trying to hook up Kaspa community with Margex so they can make that listing announcement so that way it gets pushed out to everyone. But if you want to set up the account so you can be one of the first people to do that, set up with the link underneath the video. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.